Hi everyone, my name is Callaway Lawler and this is my Unit 3 dosage calculation video assignment. I have chosen to complete problems from Unit 4, page 456, numbers 11, 12, and 15. I have included up here for reference the dimensional analysis equation, so we can look up at that while completing the problems together. So we'll start with number 11 here. What's been ordered is levothyroxine, 75 micrograms by mouth daily. And what we have on hand is levothyroxine, 0.15 milligram scored tablets. So just by looking at this problem, we already know based on the two differing units that we will need to include a conversion factor to find our answer. So we're just going to follow along and fill in what needs to be included on each fraction. So the dosage unit is what we'll start with, and we know that we're going to administer in tablet form, so that is our unit. So we would write 1 tab, and the dose on hand is 0.15 milligrams. All right, next up we're going to follow this. What has been ordered, we know, is 75 micrograms. And we're going to follow this again over 1 in the denominator. And this is where we include our conversion factor. So we know that we have to end up with milligrams. So 1 milligram for every 1,000 micrograms. And we know that we set this up correctly because the units are across from each other and can therefore cancel out. So microgram, microgram, milligram, milligram. And what we're left with is the form in which we'll administer, which is tablets. So at this point, we multiply across both the numerator and the denominator. 1 times 75 times 1, that leaves us with 75. 0.15 times 1 times 1,000. Leaves us with 150. 75 divided by 150, we get 0.5, or in this case, for administering meds, a half a tablet. And that is our answer. Okay, moving on to number 12. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but what has been ordered is cefadroxil, 1 gram by mouth every 6 hours. What we have on hand is that medicine in 500 milligram tablets. So again, we're just going to follow the equation we have set up for us. So we know that our end unit is going to be tablets. So we'll start with 1 tab, similar to the first problem. And we know that what we have on hand is 500 milligrams. So 1 tab to every 500 milligrams. And then what's been ordered is 1 gram. And we know that we put it over 1, similar to before. And same thing here, we have 2 different unit types, so we do have to include a conversion factor. So that'll be our third part of the equation. And if we're going to end up in milligrams, we know that there are 1,000 milligrams for every gram. And again, before we cancel out, we know that we've done this right because we have milligrams across from milligrams and grams across from grams. So we multiply across the numerator and denominator. So we do 1 times 1 times 1,000, that gets us 1,000. 500 times 1 times 1 is 500. So similar to before, we divide 1,000 divided by 500, and that gets us to 2 tablets. All right, and finally number 15. What has been ordered is azithromycin, 0.5 grams by mouth daily. And what we have on hand is azithromycin, 200 milligrams per every 5 mLs. So we're just going to continue to set it up as we have the others. We know that our dosage unit this time, rather than tablets, is in milliliters. So our unit is 5 mLs over what we have on hand, which is 200 milligrams. Okay, and then what has been ordered is 0.5 grams. So that goes on top. And we know that we're gonna do 1 in the denominator as we have before. And again, we have 2 different units here, so we have to have that conversion factor at the end. And we are going to, let's see here, grams to milligrams. So we know that there's 1,000 milligrams to every gram. Now let's cancel out these same units, grams and grams, milligrams and milligrams, and multiply across. 5 times 0.5 times 1,000, we end up with 2,500. And 200 times 1 times 1, we end up with 200. So 2,500 divided by 200, we get 12.5. And what are we going to administer? mLs. And we have our final 3 answers. Thank you.